Hi guys, welcome! In this video, we'll take a look at the big changes in the 6th phase of the Tears of the Tyrant version update. This includes the arrival of the new Fenrir hero class, the opening of the 3rd phase of the Tears of the Ancient City main story quest, buffs to several job classes, and various adjustments and optimizations. Please take note of the following schedule for the maintenance patch in C, Global, and EU servers this month of April. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. First up, we have the arrival of the brand new Fenrir hero class. The Moonwolf Fenrir is a ranged physical damage dealer that can inflict massive amounts of critical auto-attack damage from afar, mainly with his piercing arrows. You can unlock Fenrir by reaching the Tier 3 Ranger job in the Hunter class tree and using a job change voucher in the hero class interface. We've already discussed the skills and PvE DPS build of Fenrir in my previous videos. If you haven't watched those yet, I'll have the videos linked in the description box below. Up next, we have the 3rd phase of the Tears of the Ancient City map, wherein the new Secret Garden and Jupiter's Ruins areas will be open for exploration. This includes the continuation of the Tears of the Tyrant main story quest and the addition of new daily adventure quests, night missions, and self-quests. The White Knight rank reputation cap will also be increased from level 20 to 25. In addition, you will find 4 new regular monsters in these areas. First are the level 179 Joker Sarah and Joker Erna, which are of Wind Element, Demi-Human Race, and Medium Size. Notably, they drop Dewdrops condensed on flowers and Yggdrasil Berry. The card they drop is an accessory card that boosts wind damage by 3% and grants a 5% chance to inflict sleep status on the target for 3 seconds. The blueprint they drop is for the Eye of Demonic Desire Fights item, which grants plus 5 Agi, plus 3% AA damage, and plus 5% attack speed. Next are the level 181 Infected and Corrupt Kalitzberg, which are of Neutral Element, Undead Race, and Medium Size. Their usual material drops are Nectar Crystallization and Leaf of Yggdrasil. The card they drop is an offhand card that boosts physical def by 20 and reduces damage taken from large and medium size by 5%. The blueprint they drop is for the Iris Knight Helmet Headwear, which increases damage to Demon Race by 4% and reduces damage taken from Demon Race by 4%. Moreover, Ancient Baphomet Illusion will appear as New World MVP in the east side of Jupiter's Ruins. This New World boss is a formless race, neutral element, and large size. Defeating it will drop exclusive card, blueprint, and new version materials. The card it drops is an armor card that grants plus 10% ignore MDef and up to 15% magic AoE damage, so it's perfect for magic classes that rely on AoE magic skills. As for the blueprint it drops, we have the Dark Goat Helm Headwear, which grants plus 30 flee, plus 5% max SP, and plus 10% range physical damage when refined to plus 10. Up next, we have 2 new cards added to the game. First is the Moonwolf card, which can be crafted in King Pouring. It is a garment card that grants a total of plus 15 wind, earth, water, and fire elemental damage when at full SP. It also restores SP once per second when dealing damage to a target. Thus, it will be useful for classes that lack elemental damage stat and have problem with SP regen. However, it will take up the slot of Zenobia card and Dragonfly Star card. To craft this card, you'll need 1 Dracula card, 1 Wind Resist card, and 1 Water Resist card. There's now a chance to obtain the Alien Mentalist card upon clearing the 3rd stage of Thanatos Tower Legend or via the card gacha. This new headwear card increases max HP by 10% and HP loss damage reduction by 20%. When another Alien Mentalist card is deposited in the handbook, it increases the HP loss damage reduction by additional 10%. Thus, it will be useful to counter Chronomancer's Twisted Bomb, Fenrir's Piercing Arrow, and the new Harvester talent in 6v6. Up next, we have various class balance adjustments that are aimed to buff less popular job classes such as Nidhogg, Gunslinger, and a lot more. If you missed our previous discussion regarding all of these job balance changes, please watch this 3-part series using the links in the description box below. In addition, all players in the PvP and GVG maps will receive a buff that reduces the final damage they receive by 20%. These changes will definitely have a huge impact in the upcoming seasons of GVG and 6v6 team competition. Up next, the 5th season of GVG will officially begin on May 2 at 9 PM server time. It will last for 6 weeks until June 6. Guilds will be ranked based on the sum of their 3 highest scores, and all the members of the champion guilds will be awarded the Buju Cactus season mount and the season trophy. Up next, the 17th season of the 6v6 team competition for C server will start on May 25. The regular season mode matches will be available every Saturday from 8:30 PM to 12 midnight server time, and it will last until June 15. For MP, MOF, VG, and PC servers, cross-server matchmaking will be opened during the season mode, but the season points ranking and tournament cup will still be based on a local server. The season mode will then be followed by a tournament cup on June 22, wherein the top 64 teams based on the 6v6 ranking points for each server will be qualified to join the match. The tournament ranking awards for this season are as follows. In addition, there will be a revamp of the 6v6 talent system, adding 4 new talents and buffing several of the old talents. This will help teams come up with new strategies and perform more synergistically on the battlefield. For Floor 1 talents, we have the addition of Elemental Barrier passive skill, which increases shield generation by 60% and damage reduction against wind, earth, water, fire, and holy elements by 24%. At level 3 and 4, when receiving wind, earth, water, fire, or holy element damage, it gives immunity to the corresponding elemental damage for 3 seconds, and this can take effect once every 8 seconds. The only change for older talents is that Will to Survive can additionally increase auto-attack damage reduction by 12%. For Floor 2 talents, we have the addition of Earth Emergence passive skill, which restores 8% of max SP each time you use an AoE ground skill. There will also be a 32% chance of generating an additional identical AoE ground skill effect beneath yourself. At level 3 and 4, the AoE ground skills you cast cannot be cleared or transformed within the first 3 seconds. As for the older talents, Steel Body has been swapped with Battle Instincts. In addition, Combat Proficiency effect of recovering 2% max HP when using skills is removed and changed to reducing skill damage received by 15% for 2 seconds when using skills. For Floor 3 talents, we have the addition of Ball Vanguard passive skill, which increases your movement speed cap by 32% while holding the ball and increases your movement speed by 32% while within the range of allied chess pieces. In addition, the damage you receive while moving with the ball or within the range of allied chess pieces is reduced by 28%. At level 3 and 4, max HP is increased by 30% when holding the ball or within the range of allied chess pieces. We also have several buffs for the older talents. First, the SP recovery effect of Steel Body is changed to HP recovery, which is an indirect nerf to the classes that rely on this skill for recovering SP, such as the SP build of Stellar Hunter. Second, defensive counterattacks HP recovery effect when holding the ball or while within the range of allied chess pieces is removed and changed to 10% damage reflection. And third, light armor's frequency of acquiring a damage-absorbing shield is changed from every 10 seconds to every 5 seconds. Lastly, for Floor 4 talents, we have the addition of Harvester active skill. Upon use, it converts all damage dealt into HP loss, and all negative effects are added without considering if the damage is dealt. It lasts for 8 seconds and has a fixed cooldown of 48 seconds. As for the older talents, the cooldown of Resurrector has been reduced from 120 seconds to 80 seconds, while the cooldown of Berserker is reduced from 120 seconds to 60 seconds. Up next, we have various quality of life adjustments and optimizations. First, the free replacement and removal of cards inserted into the equipment will now be expanded to all players even without monthly premium. Next, treasure chests will be added to various maps, which you can open to get materials and Zenny rewards. Next, an exit instance button has been added on the lower left corner of the minimap in the main screen. Thus, you can now easily leave a dungeon, house, or guild without opening the minimap. Next, the build recommendation in the assistant interface has been optimized, wherein the recommended equipment and cards will be based on actual data from players of various job classes. Every week, the actual build of 5 random anonymous players for each job class will be recommended for reference. Next, some card functions have been reassigned to the new Angeling and Deviling NPCs beside King Pouring. The card reroll and card crafting functions can now be performed with Angeling, while the card salvage can be performed with Deviling. Only the Combined Fate function can be used in King Pouring. Next, the equipment restoration interface has been optimized. The selected restoration content, such as card removal or tier upgrade reset, will now be reflected on the icon of the equipment. Next, guild functions such as donating to the guild and challenging Valhalla ruins will now be open to players as soon as they join the guild. And finally, the performance when leveling up has been optimized. If there are stat points or skill points that have not been allocated, a notification will be displayed below the quest list on the main screen. Last but not least, we have a few recharge-related updates. First, various BCC packs will be available that can help quick start your Fenrir character. Job Lucky Bag, Rapid Growth Pack, and Hero Promotion Pack will be available, which you can bundle together to get additional discounts of up to 26%. Second, on May 10, costume and headwear gacha items from November 2023 will be added in the Time Wish machine. And finally, there will be a raid-up for the following MVP cards in the Card Gacha machine. Notably, this is the first raid-up for Ancient Baphomet Illusion card and Alien Mentalist card. So those are all the big changes coming in the 6th phase of the Tears of the Tyrant version update. Which part of this update are you most excited about? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. You may also check the links below for the full text patch notes and a download link to the game client. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this guide. If you're new here, I would love you to consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.